Good afternoon, everybody. Make sure I lower this down. I'm going to put my phone on mute. I think I'm on. I'm on 6. Check, check. Hi, Luce. How are you?
I'm great. Great to be back in studio with all of you. Happy holidays to everybody.
Absolutely.
I can't believe it's already next week. Can you believe that?
I know, right?
Oh,
we have a birthday boy in the house today.
yes, our sports master.
That's right. Justin Ferrer, happy birthday.
Thanks.
How old, Justin?
I'm 24 now.
Wow.
24. Man, ought to be 24 again, right?
Say that again.
I'm
There we
24
go.
now.
Now I got you. I lost you from it.
You can pull so we can hear you.
Okay, okay.
Kind of
Is that better?
mumbly.
That's a lot.
Can you hear me?
Awesome, awesome.
Now you don't look like the Joker anymore.
And you're sporting the new T-shirts.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I'd sport the extra large polo.
Yeah, you got that on.
Yeah, I do. All right, so people that are following us on Facebook. So today's show we are going to have Greg Chamberlain. He is the former assistant coach over with the Canton Bulldogs, the new coach over in Attleboro, the Blue Bombardiers boys ice hockey coach. I want to give a big shout out to Kevin Callahan, who helped us out getting us the information. He's our new official mole, as they say, with Attleboro youth and high school sports, which is really cool. And before we forget, we want to give a quick shout out to, make sure I shut my phone up, which I totally goofed up.
A Merry Christmas! In case when you go on the radio, tell them I said, you're on? Oh.
Yeah. That's
Merry Christmas, Mr. Kane.
That is Dave Kane, and I would...
That's great.
Too funny.
All right, so I just muted my phone also, but as Dom was saying, it's
Yeah, sorry
pretty
about that.
jolly here in the neighborhood.
It is pretty jolly.
We like festive.
Absolutely.
It is Christmas, like with the amount of snow here.
Right, everybody survived the snowstorm?
I did. I had to go to work at 3:30, so that was...
Whoa, really?
Oh, yeah, so the roads weren't plowed, and I was driving
Oh, goodness.
like 20 miles an hour up Route 24.
Yikes, yikes. How about you, Justin? You have fun in the snow?
I was when walking in my neighborhood yesterday, and twice, luckily this didn't happen, but I came close to slipping.
Really?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, got to be careful.
Let me see. I'm going to text Coach and see what I did wrong. I don't think I texted him yesterday. He said he was good to go.
Oh,
It's
okay.
officially 5 past. Maybe that's me being too overexcited, I guess.
So as Don was saying, we have the new head coach for Attleboro boys hockey, the Bombardiers. They have a new head coach, and it is Mr. Greg Chamberlain. And so we want to congratulate Greg on his new position there. He is from Canton. And so, yeah, we're anxious to talk to him. Dom is kind of
Texting him,
frivolously and trying to get him on the line.
We're trying. You know what I could do, and I haven't done this yet. I know there's a way to... I'll call it. I'm going to call his house. I'm going to be one of those obscene sports callers.
Uh-oh.
See if I can do this here. Ka-ching. Let me see. I don't know if you can dial it. Hold on. Here we go. Let me see. I don't even know if I'm doing this right.
So while Dom's doing that, I just heard we can't have food in the studio anymore, and so I brought in this double fudge chocolate cake for our sports master to celebrate his birthday, and
that
I
equals
was
more cake for me.
really looking forward to a slice for breakfast. But that's okay. It's got a cool Batman helicopter on top.
It is really cool.
It's kind of cool. So I hope
jealous.
I hope you enjoy it with your fam, and please have your mom take a picture of you
I will have her do that.
slicing
Yep.
and blowing out the candles. The candles are already on it. I was prepared this time. And Dom, thank you for the
Here we
the
go.
gifts.
Yep.
Oh,
You're
There he is.
welcome. You're welcome. Let me see if it's... Oh, there it is. Hi, Coach. Is this you?
Yeah, it is. Sorry, I have Bruins alumni are playing here today, and I'm just running around.
How dare they do that during your interview? They got some nerve.
I know.
Can we grab you for a little while or no?
Yep.
Okay, so you're actually in the office. You're over at the ice arena, right?
Yeah, I'm at the Canton Ice House. Yep, in Canton.
Nice. So for people who don't know, we have the brand first coach. We want to wish you happy holidays and congratulations on your new position.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't know if you had a chance. What's that?
Very excited. Yeah, I've had a chance to work with the kids already. We started on Monday, so it's been good. They're already bought into what my plan is, and everyone's been a huge help from the freshmen all the way up to the seniors, and it's just been great. And the Mark Hool and Bill Rooney over at the school have been fantastic. So can't ask for much better situation than I'm in right now.
Awesome. That is so good. That is so good to hear. So to let you know, I have Luz Cabral on the line with us, and
Hey, Greg.
and Justin Furr, the sports master. So to let you know, we're going to be bouncing around, but why don't we start off? Do you want to go with your first question?
Yeah, I'm good. Okay. Hey, Greg, this is Justin, and my first question to ask you is, can you tell us about your past hockey experience?
Yeah, so I grew up in Canton, played Canton youth hockey pretty much my whole life, played some club teams and things of that nature, but really started for me when I was 3 years old. My father, wasn't a hockey guy, but grew up in the town and knew that hockey was a big staple in the town of Canton, so he got me on the ponds pretty quickly, and by the time I was 4 or 5, I was playing organized hockey, and I just loved the game. And then played all my years growing up, like I said, summers, springs, fall, played all year round, just loved the game. And played Canton Youth, played some club teams, and then went to Canton High School, played 4 years there, was a captain my senior year, got a chance to play at state finals at the Garden. We ended up losing. It was a tough loss, but it was still a fun experience. And then went to Springfield College and played club hockey, so the ACHA, and played 4 years there and had a great time, and was captain one of the years. And then since then just got into coaching. Been coaching for 10 plus years now. Started with Canton Youth in the middle school, and then jumped to the Middlesex Islanders up in Andover for 4 years, and then I've been coaching with the Boston Junior Huskies since then. And I run the rink in Canton at the Canton Ice House, and then I also have had the chance to coach at Canton High School and won 2 state championships there. So it's been hockey my whole life.
Yeah, you are Mr. Hockey. That's awesome. What a career.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Man, I work in hockey full time now. Like I said, I'm the director of hockey operations at the Ice House and the assistant general manager of the rink as well. And then I'm the the assistant director for the Boston Junior Huskies, and then now I'm coaching with Attleboro. So I pretty much turned hockey into a career after a couple of years of sales, and just knew it wasn't for me. So when I started getting into hockey, it just kind of turned into the dream. And now I'm sitting here in my office overlooking the ice right now as teams are playing. So it's been fun.
Good for you. We've been doing some homework on you, read a couple articles from the Sun Chronicle. The culture, you have a family culture that you instill with your players. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, it's like I said, growing up playing hockey, I just always remember the little things like the locker room and post practice and playing pickup and pond hockey with my friends, and and the one staple has always been, those have been my lifelong friends, whether it's been playing club teams or playing summer leagues, or you always remember who you play with. And that's the weird thing about hockey. It's a small world, so everybody knows everybody, and you're very much remembered if you don't treat somebody well in the hockey community, whether it be a teammate or a coach or anything of that nature. Even if you're just a fan there, rinks always remember, everyone knows. And the one thing, like I said, it's just been a staple is my friends, and they've turned into my brothers. So I want to, family to me is doesn't just have to be your blood related. It can be your one of my best friends played hockey with me growing up, and he's still my best friend to this day. And we were in each other's weddings, and it's been he's been a lifelong friend and will be till the day we hang him up. And it's just I want to bring that to this group at Attleboro and have everyone be fun and enjoy themselves and have some pride to walk out of there saying, man, these are my best friends and I'm going to stay with them forever, and just enjoy yourself. So I really want to instill that culture of just, hey, we're working together, we go to battle together, we go to war, we do everything we can to make this a fun experience, and so far that's really what it's been. So I'm trying to bring that, and the kids have bought into it, and everyone's working together and helping, and it's been awesome.
That's outstanding. Coach, we're getting ready to take our first break. We'll end up taking 3. And
Okay.
before I forget, I want to give a big shout out to Nate Rollins. He's one of our sports writers. He's actually helping us start a new blog, and I know he's probably going to want to contact you to get a story so we can get on our website. But we're going to we can have you for the hour, correct?
Yes.
All right. So on a lighter note, our partner in crime, Kevin Callahan, who does the play-by-play for AACS with Paul, he wants to make sure you keep good stats this year so he can follow along, I guess. That's something
I'll
he's fun.
I'll do the best I can.
Right?
As long as they fill out the score sheets clean, then I'll be okay.
Right? That's all you need. Exactly. That's half the battle, because some of those guys are kids and they scribble really bad. I've seen that firsthand.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to take our first break. We do have a line open at 508-222-1320 if you have a question for the coach when we come back. Next week we'll not have a show. We're going to figure out which one we want to rerun. We might replay this show again, but we'll figure that out later in the week. All right, so we'll step away. You're listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk here on the news station, 1320 AM WARA, and online, all one word. Just go to our website, 4deepsportstalk.com. We are highlighting the new Attleboro Bombardiers hockey coach, Greg Chamberlain, correct?
Correct.
See, I got that right. Not bad. We'll be back with more right after this. Good afternoon, everybody. You are listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk here on the news station, 1320 AM WARA, and online, all one word, 4deepsportstalk.com. We have an open line at 508-222-1320. And in the background, you can hear the brand new Attleboro head coach Greg Chamberlain trying to get himself squared away in his sofa. I think he's trying to put his feet up, but we're not sure because we can't see him. Coach, are you still with us?
I'm still with you.
All right, good. So, continuing on, I know you touched on your hockey career, and one thing about being a journalist is that you don't realize it, but you actually lead us into the following question. Again, I want to go a quick, before I get carried, I want to give another shout out to Nate. Make sure I get out to Nate Rollins, who's probably on his way back to Channel 7. Probably he's heading to work.
Yeah, it was his birthday yesterday.
Yeah.
So happy birthday, Nate.
Yep.
Hope you had a great day.
Let's see if he's, I'll check the app in a minute, see if he's looking. But, Coach, so let's talk about your college experience, and it's going to work into so many other different questions. Now, were you officially on that team? What was that?
Yeah, I was. I played my first 2 years, and then I helped out my junior year. I had some concussion problems. I was playing up at the Coast Guard Academy one of the days, and I got knocked out clean.
Jeez.
Wow.
And and the way the school rule works is I have to take the bus back. So I was awake. I don't remember anything, but I got a buddy pass, and I'm not going to throw the kid under the bus, but it was not a good one, and I got kind of set up. So then my junior, that was my sixth concussion, so I had to take it easy for a little bit.
Oh my!
And then my senior year, I really went back out and played. But again, then I had some concussion problems, so I kind of had to take it easy. And then, but I was a part of the team. Yeah, I did everything. We played. We did some different. We traveled to different schools and went to different places as a team, and it was a good experience. So I got to really experience it. But like I said, my playing was kind of cut short due to some stuff.
So what advice could you get out there about playing college hockey, no matter what level you're at, that you could pass on?
Well, I always think the club level gets a bad rap, and there's a lot of good club teams. Mine was Division II, and for me, I think that was the pace I needed to play at. I probably could have played an actual Division III college. I had a couple of schools looking at me, but that would have involved 2 years of junior hockey, and I was already old for my grade, so I didn't want to go in as a 22-year-old freshman when I could have been graduating college at that time. So,
right.
I had to do some thinking of that. But my biggest thing is just always play well. You never know who's watching. There's a kid here. I won't name the school that he's at because I don't want to say anything, but he's looking at prep schools for next year, and one of the prep schools coaches actually came to a captain's practice, to kind of check them out. So, I always tell the kids to always play hard because you never know who's watching. And if you're trying to play that Division III level, it's a challenge. Nowadays they don't want to take kids that aren't 19, 20, 21 years old. I mean, I have the luxury of having Curry College in here, and I sit with their coach, a couple times a week when they're practicing, and he gives me some practice plans, tells me some things, and really gives me some good information on, how to help the kids get to the next level. And he gives seminars, and I'm going to actually do a seminar with him with the team this year via Zoom, and the kids are going to kind of learn how that college level works. And, like I said, you just got to always play hard. You never know who's watching. So it's really, that's pretty much plain sight.
All right. So the other thing I got to tell you is I need to ask a favor. So you were involved how long with the Canton hockey program? As a coach?
4 years.
So you won. Were you there when you were at the last state title?
Yep, I was at the last two state championships, the 2019 undefeated season and the 2020 cut short COVID season. But yeah, we were one game away.
And there was actually one more before that when I first started this gig in 2008, 2009.
That was my senior year.
So do you remember going on a sports radio show back then? Because I had one of you guys when I was doing the gig out of Taunton, and I had the coach on, and we brought you guys into the Taunton station when I first started this. You weren't one of the kids that came into the station, were you? Because I know a couple kids came on with the coach.
Oh man, that was so long ago.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I
Just
don't
a little
know.
bit.
I was a captain on that team, so it might have been, but I remember it might have. If not, it might have been Brian Rooney, who's one of my closest friends, and probably I don't know. His brother plays in the National Hockey League now,
Wow.
who's also on that team. And
It's the same coach, right? Same head coach, right?
Yeah, Brian Schumann. Yeah, he's been
Schumann.
there. My freshman year was his first year.
'Cause I'm
so
trying-
back in 04, 05.
So the Christmas present I need you to help me out with is I've been trying to reach Brian, and then when the pandemic ran out, we were able to get the girls volleyball coach on. I guess she's been there forever, and that was
Pat Cawley. Her
yeah.
son is also a good friend of mine. Yeah.
So Pat bailed us out, and we were able to highlight the Lady Bulldogs volleyball team that won it. She was actually one of our first shows when the pandemic broke out, and it was when we came back, we only could do a radio, the radio side like we're doing now. Then we were able to get some people to come in, and then it didn't work out. Now we're back to the phone interviews. But if you can twist Brian's arm, I would love to recap. Not recap, but reunite, I guess. Yeah, there's a good word. Reunite with Brian and talk about Canton Bulldogs boys hockey again, because that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'll do my best. I still talk to him pretty regularly. He's, he was really an inspiration for me. So he was a huge help in my coaching career and my playing career. So we're still very close. So I'll do my best. He's a busy man.
Yeah, all right. I promise I won't bug you too much. Maybe 3 times out of the day, if that's all right.
That's perfectly fine with me. Hey, listen, one fun fact for you guys. I'm actually a journalist at heart. When I at Springfield College, I studied communications and sports journalism.
Oh, that's great.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. So you must love our show then.
Yeah, I did all the play-by-play for the school. I did the volleyball teams, the lacrosse, and the lacrosse team actually was one of the best in the country there for a little while, so it was fun. They were winning a lot of games, and then I interned at ZLX with Carlton McKenzie.
Yeah.
I interned when I was down in Springfield. I worked with Rock 102.
Nice.
Bax and O'Brien and those guys. So, journalism's at my heart. I'll tell you, I've been doing it since high school.
So if you could do us a favor and add us to your contacts for the media, because it would be great. Because what we do is not only do we mention it, the Sportsmaster gets it out there for Saturday morning, the Friday results. We also post it on our Facebook page, and we try to show our reach. And we've been doing it since 2008, again, starting the Taunton station. This is where our home is. It's probably going to be for the rest of it. But I'd really like to, get a good relationship with you and promote the programs. And, and then, of course, the coaches in Canton. Even though this is more like a Hockomock town, we try to reach out. We reach out to Brockton, East Bridgewater, Womenhampton. You get the idea. And it's a lot of fun. It really is. But that's pretty cool that you're a journalist, and not to plug too much more. If you know anybody that wants to do an internship, we offer internships as well.
Yeah, I'll reach out. I still talk to some old professors from Springfield, so I'll reach out to them and see. They're always looking for help, and they have a lot of people go down there and speak too as well.
Yeah,
talk about their experiences, so it's good.
Yeah, that would be great. All right, so let's talk about Brian for a minute. What did you learn from him as a coach? Now you have your coaching shoes on. What have you learned from him going into this Attleboro endeavor?
How much time do you have?
Well, this is what we have. We got 3 minutes right now before we go on our next break.
I mean, I say this, with all my heart. That guy, I don't think there's a better coach in hockey in general. When I went to college, you realize how much that man pushes you, makes you a better person, makes you a better student, a better athlete, just all around. And I think that's what I learned from him the most, is how to push these kids and how to get them to buy in. When he first started, like I said, I was a freshman in high school, and I was nervous. We had Buddy Yandel here before. His kid Keith plays for the Florida Panthers. His son Brian is involved in the Rink Shrinks podcast, and he coaches the Terriers and does a bunch of stuff. And he played at UNH, and so he was the guy. And then he left. Keith was kind of going on the up and up, so Buddy stepped down, and Brian took over. And everything he instilled from day one, the kids bought into. And, then when I started coaching with them, you see things as a player with that guy, and you learn, how to forecheck, how to back check, but most importantly, how to be a class act on the ice. Every single one of his teams, he doesn't take stupid penalties. He doesn't, his teams aren't in the box the whole time. They're not getting suspended. They're not flunking off the team. They're doing everything they can. And then the success rate that he has of getting kids to, whether it be college, playing college hockey, club hockey, just going to school in general, going into the union, whatever the kids want to do, he helps and supports. And then when I got to coach with them, the behind the scenes stuff you learn is even more amazing. He just really instills, like I said, hard work, showing up every day on time. And a big thing is the kids at the rink get on a little early. They get on about 10, 20 minutes before, and they're not just skating around, shooting pucks, talking to each other. They're actually working on things. They're working on their one-timers. They're working on different stuff, and that's because Brian, hey guys, if we're going to be here and you want to get better, this is the time to use it. You know what I mean? Right. And he's involved in the community. He's got his own kids that play at Canton Youth, and he coaches the Pee Wee team for his son. He coaches baseball. He does it all. He's very involved in the community, and I think those are the biggest things. Anyone can teach you X's and O's. Everyone has a system down. It all works for everybody, but it's how you treat the kids outside. How are they in the locker room? How are they with other coaches? How are they with other teams? And then when they go play in the fall, how do they act there? And you see it with Canton guys. They're all class all the way through. And I think that's the biggest thing I picked up from him.
That's a lot. You broke that down really well. Really well. All right, so we are going to take our second break as this hour flies by, as we have the privilege of having Coach Greg Chamberlain, the new head coach over in Attleboro. We'll be back with more right after this.
Don't forget shout-outs.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to 4 Deep Sports Talk. This is the Sportsmaster Justin Ferreira, and we are going to continue from where we left off. Now, Greg, we thought of another question during the break, and that is, what do you want to teach these kids when they're not on the ice?
You know, for me, that's a great question. It's really about, just like I said earlier, being a class act. You know, I remember when I came in and took the job, I'd heard some stories about the kids, and you know, that's just the environment that you're around. It's not anyone's fault. It's just how, you know, how's the coach handling certain situations? Is he saying anything? Is he holding kids accountable? And I think for me, that's the biggest part: holding the kids accountable, having them hold each other accountable, and working hard. Because, you know, I said to them to start the year, at the end of the day, hockey ends, right? You know, whether you go on and play at college, D3, it ends at some point. If you go on and play Division I, you know, it ends at some point. If you go on to the NHL, it ends at some point. And it's how do you carry yourself? And one of those factors is school and going to college, getting a degree, or joining the union, you know. And even at the union, they don't take, you know, if you show up 20 minutes late, they'll fire you right on the spot. I have friends that work in the union, and you know, they don't take that stuff lightly. You have to be on time, ready to go, and that's just the overall stuff I'm going to teach. Show up on time, put the work in, make sure your grades are up, make sure you're acting right off the ice, and if you're doing all those things, then everything else just falls into place. And I think that's the biggest thing I want to teach them off the ice, is just how to conduct themselves as adults, and understand that when hockey's over. But if you have everything else working for you, you can get in any college you want. You can get, you know, you can do a lot of things with hard work and dedication and showing up on time. So that's really what I'm going to teach.
Very cool. Very cool. Don't mind. I was looking to see if we got some more messages on Facebook. That's why I paused. Let me see. We have we got another 10 minutes. So I'm trying to remember the last time Attleboro, the hockey program, what's the last time it went on a deep run into the playoffs? Do you know off the top of your head?
I was trying to look at some of the stats. You know, things have changed now where everyone has the stats all over the place.
Exactly.
You know, some of this, I couldn't find some of the stats. I know they made, I think the last coach's first year, I think they made the playoffs and then lost in the first round. And,
yeah.
You know, there's been some changes since then. So, you know, I'm trying to.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, and you know, it's tough. The Hockomock League's a tough league.
It really is.
You know,
it's
it's not a cakewalk. I mean, look at the schedule we have this year. You know, it's a shortened season, but we're playing Franklin, we're playing Mansfield, we're playing King Philip, we're playing all the big schools, and they have 80, 90 kids trying out at those schools. You know what I mean? And
right.
You got to come out and compete every day.
So what does that mean as a competitor for you, Coach, when you realize it's been a while for this program to really reach the top pinnacle as it should, you know, probably as it should, because God knows they've had a lot of great athletes. They just haven't had a chance to get over the, you know, proverbial hill there to make it to the South Sectional Finals, to make it to the state tournament. How do you look at that challenge coming up for this year?
Well, I think it starts with just showing up every game and playing hard all the way for the full, you know, 40 minutes that we have. And if you're doing that, then the rest of it falls into place. But, you know, I think the biggest thing I see with a lot of coaches in the Hawk, being at the school I was just at and where they win nonstop, just stick to your game plan, right? Don't change the game plan too much. Don't deviate away from what you've been working so hard for every day in practice. And because you're playing Canton or you're playing Franklin, and maybe they run a different forecheck than you do, or maybe, you know, they do something different. So then you change your whole game plan. That's how you lose games. If you do what you do best, right? And I have the luxury. I've been around some really good coaches. You know, Dave Spinelli at Severian, who's been there forever and constantly in the Super 8, is a really good friend of mine and huge in my coaching career. Schumann, you know, teaching me a ton of stuff. And I've worked with NHL coaches. You know, my friend plays in the National Hockey League, and you know, he talks to me all the time about what his coaches are saying, and I ask him those questions. And then dealing with college guys like TJ Manichachersky over at Curry, and you know, they never deviate away from their game plan. They do what they do best, and if that's forechecking, they're the best forecheckers in the league. if they're good in the offensive zone and they're solid in the D zone, that's what they stick to. You know what I mean? So it's just got to get the kids to stick to what we're doing. Don't change for other people, and that's something that Brian also taught me, and other guys like David taught me. And don't change for anybody else. Be who you are. Be Attleboro hockey and do what you do best. So that's really going to be my plan. Is just stick to what we're doing every game. Be the best at it. And everything will just fall into place.
So before I forget, I want to make sure we get the right shout-outs. You can shout out to your parents, whoever you want, because I know I don't want to, because I know me, I'll forget. And Luce, just remember, don't forget to have the guy shout out. There's probably 1,000 people he wants to thank.
Right?
So why don't we go with that, Coach, before we forget, because God knows it's going to lead to another question anyway. But let's get that, being a holiday spirit and everything, why don't we get that done, if you don't mind? People you want to give a quick shout-out to?
Yeah, give a shout out. My parents live in Florida, so I'll have to send them the clip. But shout out to my mom and dad, huge inspiration in my life for sure. My dad, I worked with my dad for 10 years. I had the luxury of working side by side with him, so he taught me a lot in his work ethic. And then, shout out to my grandmother, who I was just actually on the phone with before I came on with you guys. My aunts, my uncles, my mom's side of the family, all live down south, all big athletes, and shout out to them and love them and hope they're having a great holiday.
No, so that's it. We're covered.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. The other guys, Shumu would just laugh if I gave him a shout out on here. I'll leave him out of this, and like the other thing too is I just Canton was a huge stepping stone in my life, but I really want to do something with this Attleboro team and in the town and the program and leave my legacy here. So I really want to kind of make a name for myself at this place.
One thing I love to point out, because I actually coach freshman football over at the Votech School in Taunton, Bristol, Plymouth, and I know you're getting paid. I'm being funny about this. You'll get the idea where I'm going with this in about 2 seconds. The phenomenal paycheck you're getting, and the hours you're putting in, and the time you're putting in after class and after work and off season. Nothing can compare to that phenomenal check they pay you coaching high school sports. I think people forget that.
Yeah, it's my I call her my wife. We haven't, we had to delay our wedding due to COVID, but my wife, she loves it. She's supportive of it. Listen, I know everyone jokes about the stipends and stuff like that, but I'm just happy to be doing this, happy to be given the opportunity. And I'm a young guy, and for Attleboro to, go out of their way to take me being a young guy is huge. So I really appreciate all they do, and it's just I'm doing it for the love of the game. For the
absolutely.
Kids. That's all that matters.
No, absolutely. That's why I was being a little as you could hear it coming off my lips, how sarcastic I was being, because people have no idea how much effort is put in behind the scenes. It's not like you have an NHL coaching staff with a bunch of scouts and 8 trainers and, not just the coaches on the bench. They have no idea how much you love this game and how much you just want to instill in these young kids to help them become better people and better hockey players.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I just, like I keep saying, hockey ends. At some point it ends. And it's, I remember every coach I've ever played for, and I remember the good ones, and I try to not remember the bad ones. I didn't have many bad ones growing up, but, I try to do, I just remember those guys as being leaders and helping out and them feeling comfortable and coming back to me and saying, hey, I'm able to go back to them and say, hey, listen, thanks for making a difference in my life. You know what I mean? And that's what I want the kids to be able to do. And I want to, be friends with these guys post-college and post-college and high school and have them feel, maybe they want to get into coaching, have them come back. That would be awesome. You know what I mean? That would be, for me, that's a dream. You know what I mean? So I just want to instill some leadership with these guys and hope they have fun.
Absolutely. So how is the roster looking right now? Are we senior strong? Are we junior strong? Or what's your take on the roster going into this campaign this year?
You know what? It's really all over the place. We have about 8 seniors. We have about 5 or 6 juniors, and then we have a sprinkle of sophomores and freshmen. So it's really all kind of over the place. But one thing I've seen is I have a freshman on our top line. I have a juniors, seniors all over the place and sprinkled throughout the lineup. So it's a different lineup. It's not senior heavy. It's not junior heavy. It's kind of everybody all over the place, and which makes it good. It gets the younger kids to see the older kids working hard, and it's just the lineup's going to be strong. I mean, we're working together, and that's all that matters. And the biggest thing is we had practice the other day, and all the kids are running the power play. All the kids are running the breakout. Everyone's doing everything. So it's all hands on deck. Everyone's got to be ready to go.
Now, Kevin Callahan, again, he's the color guy for AACS with Paul, and he's telling me one thing, and you didn't mention it yet, too, which was kind of surprising, but you probably know this. You're pretty strong in net this year. Would you agree with that?
Oh, to have Nick Piazza, the goalie we have, is, talk about a blessing. Talk about a blessing. I mean, this kid, I heard stories his freshman year. He came in, he wasn't that good, and then for him to be where he's at now, I had the luxury of watching him some this summer. I mean, he is, I've been in, not every town has goalies like we have. We have a great, two great junior goaltenders, so we got them for this year and for next year, which is awesome. And then we had a freshman goalie coming this year who's a big kid. And works really hard and just loves the game. So it couldn't be more of a blessing if you ask. I can't stress enough how important goaltending is and how lucky we are.
Well, Coach, all of us, of course, everyone here in Attleboro, AACS and 1320 AM WARA, and us here at 4 Deep Sports Talk, want to wish you the best. Have a good holiday, happy holidays to you and your family, and please keep us in the loop as you go through, this pandemic Hockomock Cup run. I'll get it. So I'll say it 3 times fast. Maybe I'll get it right.
It's a tough one, Dom.
I'll tell you. But Coach, thank you for coming on. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. And hopefully, when this all ends, we can do an in-person one.
That would be great.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
We're already thinking about that.
Yeah. Good luck to you, Greg.
Thank you. I appreciate it, everyone. Thank you for the time.
You're welcome. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That is Coach Chamberlain, Greg Chamberlain, as he fills us in, the new coach over there in Attleboro. Great guy. I want to thank Kevin Callahan for checking in also. He is the color guy for Attleboro hockey here in AACS here in Attleboro. All right, we'll step away. We'll be back with more right after this. Good afternoon, everybody. You are listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk here on the news station, 1320 AM WARA, and online, all one word, 4deepsportstalk.com. I'm trying to watch the decibels on the board to make sure I don't blast them out, because I'm really good at doing that. So I want to make sure I don't do that. I want to give a quick Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to Dave Kane and Linda. Donna's not in. They're on the Kane and Company show before us, and if you heard this guy yelling as he opened up the door, that was Dave Kane, just to let you know.
It's a great guy.
He is
Great guy.
He is a good guy. So he usually listens the first 15 seconds when he's in his car, so he's probably not listening right now. So he's missing all those compliments. So what I want to do is I want to give a couple holiday wishes and out to some of these Axis towns. I'm going to fire up the Christmas music. And
yeah, these towns have been playing our show, over
yeah.
the year, and especially during this pandemic. I know most stations are looking for programming, and we welcome anyone out there who would love to have their show on their Access stations. Just email Dom or I at 4 Deep Sports Talk,
Absolutely.
and we'll hook up with your cable access television show there, and our station, and we'll try to get our show on the air. And as always, we're looking for guests to highlight their achievements, especially the kids. It's all about the kids. We so enjoy having them in studio, but at this time, of course, calling in would be the next best option. So want to thank all the people out there that have helped us through this year, and we're hoping for a bright new year. And I know that basketball is starting up in January. At least I know I'll be recording some of the games over in Swansea.
Yep, absolutely. That's January 5th, I believe they start. Right around January 5th, they start playing. So, with that being said, I have a list here. I gotta get that mic. I can't believe I'm butchering this mic. All right, so that's better. Check. That sounds better. So the first one we want to mention is we want to give a shout out to Jose and Craig Salvador over at Lake Cam TV, Catherine Foley over in Middleborough, and Sharon Isaac. Isaac, I don't mean to pronounce your name wrong. I know I'm gonna mess this up. Giofsky. Andrew Baker in Norfolk, and Woburn. Yes, we do send our show out to Woburn Access TV. That's in North Shore, north of Boston. That's Brian Overlet. And as I go down the list, Abington, we want to give a shout out to Kevin Tocci and Matt Nelson. Brockton, we want to give a shout out to Mike Simmons and Philippides. I keep on pronouncing. I know I was going to mention Butcher Phil's first last name. So we got more great music. Well, not yet. Hold on. I hate when they get commercials and they butcher it. All right, here we go. Now we're ready. Here we go. Here's a good one.
Yes.
I love this show.
All right, so continuing on, we want to give a shout out to and happy holidays again to Russ Hannigan and Carrigan over in East Bridgewater, Richard Goulart and Carver. In Easton Access TV, Jason Daniels and Kim Pennicus. Kim is the one that usually takes our shows and puts it on there. And where I originally started doing Access TV, I want to give a quick shout out to Kim Murray and Walter Sabino. Walter's the one that plays that show, but Kim actually got me started doing talking Taunton sports on the Taunton Community Access.
She's a great gal.
She is. Matthews. Her maiden name's Kim Matthews, I
Yes.
believe. Yeah. Quick shout out to Ben Smith, who just had a baby, him and his wife, out in West Bridgewater.
Wow.
Congratulations. Hanover Access TV, Colleen Smith. Stoughton, Mike Hammond. Westport, Valerie Bain. New Bedford Access TV would be Dan Cabral. Foxborough is Lauren. Lauren, I forgot to write down your last name. Whitman Hanson is Eric Dresser. Cody out in Rochester Access TV. Marshfield is Sean Larry. Plymouth is Melissa Martinez. Our new partner that shows us that plays our show is Zach Gorman, the executive producer, and Gina Cabral, excuse me. And I don't think. Let me see. Who did I miss? That's everybody. Oh, of course. I cannot forget Jeff Fowler, John Luck, and Brian Berard out in Bridgewater Access TV. And last but not least, the great crew here in Attleboro, here in WARA and AACS, is Jim Jones and his crew.
Yeah, outstanding crew here.
Outstanding crew. I thought I was going to have more. Did I miss somebody?
From our part, from where I work over at Fall River Community Media.
That's what it was. Yep.
Is Keith Tebow and Steve Rice. And I want to give a shout out to that team. We've been working very, very hard over there. And as you know, Fall River is one of the worst hit cities dealing with this pandemic, and it's quite challenging. Also over at Swansea Cable Access Television, that is Adam Kitchen. I was just over there yesterday, and I'll be working with him recording some of the basketball games over there for the Cardinals starting in January. And to Seekonk, Cody Peixoto and Kevin Bedenia playing our show on TV9 in Seekonk. There are a few others, aren't there?
I forgot the I forgot the Norfolk girl. I forgot to put on the Norfolk contact and the Rentham contact. As I looked at my list, that's because I was signing the kid's birthday card and I got sidetracked. Oh my God, I can't believe. Oh no, I said Andrew Baker. Yeah, Andrew over in Norfolk. The Rentham. That's right. I was trying to remember the gentleman's name in Rentham, who runs our Rentham TV right off of 495. Right, it's right basically the same road you go to the Rentham Mall as their Access TV. So taking a left, coming from our area, you take a right, and it's right down there on the left. I forget the gentleman's name. Well, great. Good job, Dom. Good job. Paul Mitchell. Not a boy. But, those are just some of the towns that we have the privilege of. We appreciate all they do for us and, give these kids some more recognition, which we love, and playing those shows. So,
we can't forget our sports beat writers out there that have been on this show and helping us out during the course of the year. Tom.
Yep,
right?
Tom Joyce.
Joyce.
And Nate Rollins.
Nate Rollins.
Good guys. I was trying to think of another song we could play. Oh, here's an oldie. This is one of my favorite songs. Here we go. So here it is.
And, of course, our numerous interns that we've had during the year, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, yep. We had the young lady.
Oh, we miss you, Catherine. I know you're working hard over this holiday season, but... Catherine, yes, we are missing you.
Yep, Catherine's over at. We won't promote her company unless they get a contract.
She hasn't been in studio for the past 3 weeks, and we sure do miss you. I hope you and your family have an awesome holiday.
Exactly.
And don't work too hard.
Absolutely. And then, of course, Alex Mayo out there.
Yes.
Who's being ambidextrous as he's playing his video games. Making sure the laptop's working. Oh, that's too funny. I'm getting sidetracked here.
Uh-oh.
But
how about our friends over at Aria?
Oh, Adria's.
Adria's.
Yep, Bladar and his staff over there. Great people. I'm glad you said that. And Kelly Dugan. From Physical Therapy U, great people over there.
Yep,
they really want to do another live show over there. At
awesome. We'd love to do it.
Oh my God! And I don't want to say it, but I do mean it. When I see him, we always bust each other chops. Manny Del Carmen in his Boston Athletic Academy, trying to raise money for inner city kids. I actually saw him yesterday, and we were beating up.
Oh, no kidding!
Yeah. He was talking good.
Did you get up there and do some karaoke or what?
No, there's no karaoke. No karaoke. Would you do karaoke?
Maybe.
I'd pay a lot of money to see that. That would be cool. That would be cool.
I think we're gonna have to plan that. Maybe your next birthday.
Yeah, there we go.
You never know what comes first.
Well, or
karaoke or a tattoo.
True.
You're giving me options now.
Oh, big options.
Too funny. All right, let me get another favorite. Let me play this other favorite. There's another, you might like. I know you'll like this one. All of a sudden, I'm a music DJ. Do you remember this one?
Hang on, it's gonna come.
Oh.
But I am going to get us another greeting out there and wish like we did with Thanksgiving. Remember
Yeah.
when I'll do another one today.
Okay.
But I'm going to put a collage of pictures together.
All right.
You know. Here we go. Yeah, sing it, baby. Good song. So
Sure is.
as we slowly sign off here, all of us at 4 Deep Sports Talk and WARA 1320 AM want to wish all you families out there, all your loved ones, hold them tight. You know, you never know with this pandemic. We lost too many people already. And please be safe out there.
Yeah, wear your masks.
Wear your mask. The vaccine's out there. It'll take a while for it to affect. It won't just be take a shot and you're cured.
Right.
You're still going to be very, very, very cautious of what's going on over there. Again, another big shout out to Greg Chamberlain. Again, all of us at 4 Deep Sports Talk want to wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah,
Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa. Did I miss anything?
New Year's.
Happy New Year's. Yep.
Happy New Year.
Oh,
yes.
that's true. We got to see what we're doing for New Year's. Yeah.
Right, right.
So we're gonna play a tape next. We're gonna play a tape next week. We'll just decide. We have to decide between us what we want to play. There's so many great shows.
And we'll be back the week after.
That's
right?
it.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody.